Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's coverage of the Full Throttle Sim Racing Points Truck Series presented by Full Throttle Television. Tonight we are at COTA, Circuit of the Americas, for the trucks here, as they're going to do, 40 circuits around here, and we're going to do the 200K, the Echo Park Automotive 200K here tonight at Circuit of the Americas. My name is Brody Hannon. Beside me in the booth tonight is Richie Coy. Richie, covering the race tonight. You were in a race of your own on Monday nights here at COTA, and you kind of got a taste and a feel of the track. What are we expecting here tonight?
So the main takeaway I got from Monday, and hi everybody, how's it going? But the main takeaway I got from Monday was by shortening this racetrack, they made this racetrack just turn after turn after turn, and there is no time for a driver to rest here. So for 40 laps, these truck drivers are going to be up on top of the wheel, up on top of the shifter. And I know I was sweating at the end of the race because, like I said, there's just no time to rest here. Even going down the front stretch, you're shifting up through the gears and you're focusing on trying to make turn one. So I expect guys to maybe get a little tired here by the end of the race.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of the guys after the race were talking about how worn out they were because there's just no place to rest around this track, like you said. And it is kind of a workout, but 40 laps in the trucks tonight. And I heard the trucks are a little bit more forgiving to drive than the Cup car. Watching Ryan Chapman on track here. He was fastest in practice watching his qualifying lap. We expect him to do well tonight. A lot of the elevated guys out front looking pretty good. You got J.P. Burns out there. Robert Malikian's towards the front. And, of course, Kyle Milliken all up there pretty close. So
don't count out that Canadian Nick Moreau didn't make a lot of practice laps, but he is always lightning fast on the road course.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to be watching Nick Moreau as well. Tony Solari went from the booth to the track. We'll see how he does tonight. He's showing some speed out there as well. We'll kind of see how things shake out here over 40 laps. We do have a stage break at lap 12 that will be coming out. So lap 12 will take a little break, get you some tires and fuel, and we'll go at it again to lap 40 and see who can pull this one off tonight.
And we made a little bit of a change tonight. We with the stage. Usually we do it on the 10th place car, but for the road course we have it going on the leader so that we freeze the field so they can pick up the pace car as soon as possible and do one less. And that worked out very well on Monday night. So.
All right, we're going to look at the points right quick before we start tonight. Corey Atkins comes in as your points leader. Lewis Meglin close behind, and that Kyle Milliken in third, all kind of in the same ballpark. Then 20 back is Ryan Chapman, looking to capitalize tonight, maybe have a good points night. And I can tell you from talking to Corey Atkins, he's a little worried because those guys are not road racers.
Yeah, well, this is kind of the super speedway without the speed and with lots of turns because it's another crapshoot. You got guys that can do really good here on the road course. You got guys that can basically fill the middle of the field and just hope to get through it. And then there's guys that just don't. They just rue the day they have to wake up on a road course day. So it could be really bad for somebody who is not up front in points, that is not a road race guy, and it could be really good for a guy who is a road course person and is in the back of the points.
Yeah, all these statistics brought to you by Sim Racing Points. We'll look at our schedule ahead. We are leaving COTA here after tonight. They're going to head over to Las Vegas for the next race and then head to Homestead Miami Speedway. So a nice little mix of tracks there. You got the road course tonight. Then you've got a mile and a half and then a mile and a half oval without the tri-oval. So this guy's going to have some fun tonight. And if Auto Club is any indication, which was a great race, we look forward to some great racing ahead in the next three races.
Yeah, with three little bit different styles of ovals for sure. You got the Las Vegas, then you got Homestead, which is a little bit less of the cookie cutter type, and then you go to the short track at Martinsville. But yeah, I'd like to see some good racing. Auto Club put on some fantastic racing, and we got a lot of guys in here that race well together. So I'm expecting really good races over the next three races for sure.
Well, speaking of great racing, we saw some great racing at the end of the COTA race in the Cup car last night, Monday night when we were covering it. Yeah, Monday night. So I think we'll see the same here tonight. It's pretty close up front too. A lot of the guys are fast, and they're kind of all in the same group there. So I'm sure we're going to see some great racing tonight up front. Looking forward to it. If Cup is any indication, this is going to be a barn burner.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's weird. Everybody thinks that it's a road course and that you can't race on it, and it's far from the case. You can still run too wide in a lot of the sections of the racetrack. Sometimes it's not preferred to do that, but sometimes you can get to too wide, or maybe you get somebody that gets under you and you do the old crossover move on the exit out. So it is a very drivable, especially the second half of the track is definitely. You can attack some of the guys you're racing against. But yeah, I'm expecting a lot of good racing here, especially from the middle of the pack. I know in the Cup race there were guys racing. There were little packs all over the track, just racing each other everywhere.
Yeah, you're talking about the middle section of the track. It's a stadium section. It's really slow and very technical. A lot of the guys seem to have trouble getting through there just because you can easily lock up tires, or you can slide wide, or even get loose on throttle. It's a really tough part of the track, and I think the winner tonight is going to be the one who I think gets through there the best.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just seems like there's no grip in there, in that particular section, so it does make it very trying to get through it. But like I said, you can run through there two by two. I did it on Monday. There is enough room to be able to get through there side by side. So I think whoever can get through all 40 laps with it making the least amount of mistakes. And there's a lot of error to make mistakes on a track like this, but you're also I think we're going to have some lap traffic that's going to be involved in the race tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a little bit of everything. You're right. With the shorter track, lap traffic could be a factor. We saw that Monday night as well. A lot of things to go over, a lot of things to think about here tonight for the drivers out at Circuit of the Americas. 200K. It's going to be a fun one. We're looking forward to it. These guys are finishing up their qualifying runs right now. Once they finish those up, we'll do our starting grid. But yeah, so
I hear there was some kind of a bet on Monday about Fury Motorsports drivers. So I didn't really get to hear it yet. So you want to go into detail?
I was just about to bring that up. Yeah. So basically, me and Tony were talking. I was like, okay, Tony, let's see who finishes better at the road courses. We'll see where you, Richie, finish Monday night. We watched you come home to a P7, so that's his target for Solari. Maybe he can do a little bit better. Right now, he's starting P4, so he's already bested you from the starting position. We'll see if he can finish there.
Yeah, I mean, well, let's be honest. He's more of a road race guy than I am. So I would hope that he would actually beat me in the road courses, but anything could happen. I mean, I think I was running fourth or fifth, and I made it the bad call of pitting because I didn't think I was going to make it all the way and end up P7. But I believe everybody's starting to grid here.
They are starting to grid. We're going to go ahead and walk you through our starting lineup tonight for the Echo Park 200K right now. So starting on pole, no surprise, you said to watch out for him, and we are watching him from the front of the grid. Nicholas Moreau is going to take the pole tonight in the number 15. To his outside, J.P. Burns in the 99. Starting P3 is the 71 of Brennan Polt. To his outside is going to be the 11 of Tony Solari. Starting P5 is going to be the starting fifth is going to be the number 10 of Ryan Chapman. Starting to the outside is the 22 of Michael Blackner. Bobby Terrell is going to start in 7th position, the number 94. 8th is going to be James Morris in the 18. 9th is going to be the Pepto Joe machine, Joe Flanagan, in the number 53, and starting P10 is Robert Malikian in the 16.
Starting 11th, we have Merrick Watchhorn in the number 51. To his outside, we have Kyle Milliken in the 42. In 13th spot, we have TJ Bartel. On his outside, we have Lewis Meglin in the 43. 15th is Chad Lang in the 3. He's a very clean-looking truck tonight. At his outside, we have Scout Neff in the 52. Dave Nestor comes next in 17th in the number 36 truck, followed by newcomer and hasn't been here in a while. Welcome back, Josh Mayu in the 61. 19th, we have Kobe Meese in the 8th. And to his outside in 20th, we have Jason Chilton in the 4.
All right. All these are shuffling around just like last night, so it's going to be a little tough.
I can go through it. We got
Okay.
the 07 starting 21st, Brian Thorson. 22nd is Chris Gordon, 89. 23rd is Keaton Pipe in the 2021. His outside in 24th is the 90 of Joseph Burgess. 25th is the 14 of Jason Coffey. To his outside is Jeff Chandler in the 31, followed by Marshall Johnson in the 9 and Alan Duranko in the 2. 29th starting is William Lark in the 24, with James Torrey to his outside in the number 6. Chris Beck in the 34 and Corey Atkins are on the next row, followed by Markel Henderson and Donald Bell rounding out the field, the 34 truck field.
34 trucks tonight. That's a lot of traffic. That's a lot to get through if you're back in the back, and a lot to avoid if something does go wrong back there. And you're
right. A lot
right.
of opportunities for brake checking, a lot of opportunities for brakes not working.
And lap traffic.
Yeah.
The increased opportunity for lap traffic. So a lot of trucks, a lot of things going to go on tonight. Pace car's going to pull off. We're going to go green flag racing here at COTA, and unlike Monday night, I'm going to wait till they get down to the second start-finish line.
And yeah, I don't know. They got like 4 start. There's like 4 start finishes lines. I don't know which ones they're. I don't know which ones they're doing. Right, I can't keep up.
They're around the last turn. They're going to be coming up the hill, waiting for them to take off here. Waiting for the Nicholas Moreau machine to fire, and there he does. We are underway here at COTA for the Echo Park 200.
All right, this is the first test right here, going into 1.
Already 3 wide.
Just 3 wide?
Well, they were 3 wide up front.
They are all over the racetrack. I can't even keep up. All right, now we're going down into the S's the first time. They've all kind of gone single file. Big line of trucks going through there. Now into the short chute.
Nicholas Moreau is leading. JP Burns second. Ryan Chapman in third. Brendan Polt fourth. Solari fifth right now. Your top 5 as they head down into one of the tighter corners. What do they call that? Turn 12, 10, something?
10, yeah, here's 11, 12, and then 13 is the switch back to the left. Your stadium. That's your stadium section right there.
Just watch. We got somebody already spun back there.
Looks like maybe James Torrey. Oh, nope, the 07 Brian Thorson.
Nicholas Moreau continues to lead. Ryan Chapman putting heat on his teammate J.P. Burns in the 99, the battle for second. And you got fourth, Brendan Polt. Fifth is Tony Solari as they come around to complete lap 1.
Yeah, so far so good. Everybody's kind of minding their P's and Q's here on the first lap, but their goal is going to try to keep that 15 truck in their sights, because if he's as fast as he was in qualifying in the race, he's going to disappear pretty quickly here. But everybody else is kind of on top of each other.
Yeah, you got everybody kind of finding their own space here. As you see a move, Bobby Terrell on the outside, Michael Blackner getting around him. Sorry, that was James Morris getting around him in the 18.
I don't even know where to look at this particular point. There's trucks from turn 6 all the way to turn 1. They're just everywhere. 34 trucks. We got small packs are starting to form where there's 2 or 3, 4 or 5 trucks running together here. But so far, so good. The only 2 stragglers right now are the 07 and the 6. So everybody's still making it way around. I'm pretty impressed, actually, so far.
Yeah, everybody doing a good job to take care of each other so far, take care of themselves. You want to make it to lap 12 stage caution, then you can kind of regroup, reassess there at that point, and then from there on you go out at it to the end of the race. And I know everybody's just trying to take care of their truck right now, want to have a full, all the fenders on it to be able to compete after the stage break.
Yeah, I guess it's important to note that with the road courses, the way iRacing works, there are no full course yellows unless the admins throw them, which we don't do. So we will have one and only caution, and that's at the stage break. So even if Nicholas gets out or somebody gets out on you,
battle for second.
You got time to bring it back.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry. Ryan Chapman takes over the second place from J.P. Burns. Now Brendan Polt trying to get in on the action, wants to take advantage of J.P. Burns letting him by. Here comes Polt to the inside of the 71 into turn one. We'll see if he completes it, and he does. He's going to take over P3.
Wow, good move by both Ryan Chapman and Brendan Polt. Like I said, Ryan probably doesn't want is watching that 15 drive away a little bit, and he's gonna try to do his best to reel him back in. But yeah, Brendan Polt, nice move. Now is Tony just waiting there, or is is he gonna make a move soon too on JP?
Well, look, Tony,
he's got a couple positions on me right now.
Looks like Tony was trying to put a little pressure on the 71 before the 71 got by the 99. So, and here comes the 22 of Blackner right behind him as well. So all these trucks starting to queue up behind the 99 and 71.
Now, I hadn't taken a lap with the truck on the track, but we didn't have a lot of fall off in the tires in the Cup car. I'm wondering if that is an issue here with the trucks or not. Whether or not the handling will come into effect at some point. We're looking at the chat, and we have Markyle Henderson retired the truck before the race, and he said he didn't feel like being a liability out there. So
I understand it's a tough go out there for sure. These guys are tiptoeing around here right now. You see the 18, that's the 43 of Lewis Meglin almost making a move there. And Scout Neff behind him. I thought Neff was going to try to make a move there, but Lewis kind of covered that off.
Looks like the 52. Yeah, there's a Gago over there, and there's a Gago. Like I said, there's 4 or 5 trucks. They're all kind of all spread out now. Now the trucks, we have trucks almost all the way around the racetrack.
We got the 51 around turn 1, exit of turn 1. He's sitting in the middle of the track. We'll go back and see if we can find out what happened there.
While we're doing that, Tony's mom and Ryan's mom both said good luck to their respective sons in the chat as well.
All right, going back to the Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay up the 51 up into turn 1. We'll see. Looks like he's by himself here. Yeah, just I don't know, Aaron gives your shift or what. I'm not sure, but he just spins it around there. Does a great job though to just sit there and let the traffic go by, and then gets it righted. So just easy to do under when you're shifting these trucks. For some reason, they break loose really easy.
Yeah, with the low downforce that you have nowadays on these trucks, it does have a habit of breaking loose like that. So tough break for the 51, but we do have that caution coming up, so he's not going to be completely out of it.
Yeah, and he didn't hit anything or anybody. So he just spins it around. He's going to collect himself and try to refocus when the stage hits.
Yeah, absolutely. Not hitting anything is the important part, because that's what keeps you from moving on. So I'm looking at a Gago. There's trucks everywhere. It's hard to focus in on one particular race because there's actually a lot of good competitive racing going on all over the place. But I'm watching Ryan Chapman has moved away a little bit from third place Brendan Polt, and looks like Tony is all over the 99 there for fourth.
Yeah, you got J.P. Burns there, Tony Solari putting pressure on him, Michael Blackner behind him riding, and that's the closest battle as far as the up front guys right now is between 4th, 5th, and 6th right here.
I'm looking back further in the field, and they got Bobby Terrell in a matter and TJ Bartel with Lewis Meglin. They got a nice little pack going there too that are all racing, and then you go back behind them and you got a whole gaggle of trucks back there. So I don't know what to watch.
Bobby Terrell off pace. I'm not sure what happened with him, but he is off pace down the backstretch there.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part with broadcasting these races, that sometimes we don't catch everything that happens.
Says TJ Bartel also had an incident. Let's see if we can look at this in the instant replay. This is TJ Bartel going through the S's. See if he catches one of these turtles. No, not yet.
Maybe a slowdown and
Oh, he spins going through the cut through, or almost spins. Actually
uh,
saves it, but just slides sideways, keeps it going, and actually only lost one position out of all that.
well, that's a good save on his part, only losing one position on a track like this. So it's easy to do. It's easy to do here. There's 17 corners on this racetrack, and that's 17 different times you can make a mistake here. So, like I said earlier in the broadcast, it's going to be the guy that makes the least amount of mistakes that's going to come home with the victory today.
It's one of my favorite shots. Looking up through the S's, it says, "Guys, come down. You snake your way through the S's." And some of them catching those turtles and popping their wheels up a little bit. But you saw the lead that Nicholas Moreau's already established over Ryan Chapman. Is already 7.5 seconds between first and second. But from second place on back, man, that is a scrap now because you've got Chapman, Polt, Burns, Solari, Blackner, and now James Morris starting to catch these guys.
Yeah, because what ends up, and they've actually caught Ryan Chapman. He had gotten out to about a second in front of Brendan, but when you catch somebody and he's running in your particular line, it'll slow you up, and that's how the guy behind you might catch the group. It's not necessarily that he's slower, but you might be a little bit faster than he is, but you can't actually do anything with him, and it'll back you guys up right up to the guy behind you.
Well, also playing defense, man, it's tough. You see JP Burns right on the back bumper of the 71. But when you're playing defense too, you're not focused so much about hitting your line. You're just trying to protect, and that can also slow you down too when you're racing like that. You're racing out of the mirror. It'll slow you down to the point where it actually puts you in more harm than if you would just drive away once you got up front. Turn the rear view off, flip it up. Forget about it,
Right.
drive forward.
Yeah, I've always said that if you're looking in the rearview mirror, you're not looking at where you're going, and you're going to slow down. If you're looking behind you, you can't be going fast in front of you. So turn the mirror off and wait for the spotter to say inside. Then don't worry about it.
Well, these guys sort this out. We're going to go back through. There's a few instances. It looks like Brian Thorson has crashed. We'll look at the replay here. Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay. Thorson, 2 green cars. Let's see what happens here. Going down through turn 2, and he kind of he got the hospital wobble there and slid it sideways there. Spins around and keeps going. Oh, right in front of
No
traffic.
harm, no foul. No harm, no foul.
You got Chris Gore had an issue. We'll watch this from replay. Looks like Chris Gore is going through the slow stadium section here. Wiggle, 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 and it finally gets away from him. Yeah, he just locks it down. Good call. Waits for traffic and gets going.
No, you only have to wait another 5 laps and you get some new tires on it. And like I said, it bunches everything back up again, so it'll be a re-rack. So even if you mess up in the first half here.
And you got Chris back here having an issue. Looks like through the fast right-hander. No, this is turn 2. Oh, he gets loose and into the grass. He keeps it off the wall, though, and keeps it going. Just a couple of highlights that we missed there.
As Tony Solari ducks underneath for 4th place here and passes JP Burns going into turn 1.
Yeah, so
JP sliding back a little bit.
Yeah, Tony moves Tony up to 4th spot. You're right. JP Burns back to 5th. Now we'll see if he can do anything with Polt, who also got by JP Burns.
And we'll see if Michael Blackner goes on the attack here as he's smelling blood in the water there.
We had an issue with Marshall Johnson. Another instant replay. Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay getting a workout tonight. This is Marshall Johnson in the 9 going through the stadium section. So far, so good. Goes into the last turn to get out. And that wasn't, I don't know why that was an incident. I guess he slowed so much. And let's see what Jason
was confused.
Yeah, see what Jason Coffey did here, coming onto the backstretch into the sharp right-hander. Let's see if he has an issue here. Just locks it up, goes a little wide. No harm, no foul. So not every incident is an incident, if you know what I mean.
So Nicholas Moreau is just turned on to the front stretch, and about halfway down the front stretch is the first set of cars that he can see for the lap cars, which is the 6 to 14 and the 07.
Yeah, and
But
honestly, from second on back, though, it is a scrap. It is a brawl, and they're still right there together. And you see Ryan Chapman taking a little bit of a defensive line into turn one. He sees Brendan Polt back there in the 71, and Tony Solari, and J.P. Burns, and Michael Blackner, all in this one group.
Yep, and it's probably a very lonely race at this particular point for the 18 of James Morris riding back there in 7th, as he's one of the only few guys on the track that are riding around by himself.
Looking back through the field a little bit, first battle I found after that is Kyle Milliken trying to hold off Scout Neff. That's for 12th spot. Milliken into 42, Neff into 52.
Yeah, there's little packs everywhere. Even the guys right in front of the leader are running, as actually he's lapped his first truck, first 2 trucks. But even way back, you got the 90 to 24 to 89. And those are the scarier packs, because those, unfortunately, are the guys that maybe not like the road course racing. And when you get a pack like that, it makes it that much more stressful of a particular race. But so far, I think everybody's been doing a great job.
All right, so we're going to see Nicholas Moreau cross the start-finish line. I'll tell you when he crosses up here. And he crosses now, and so I can talk to you till second place crosses the line. We'll watch them off turn 4, and still waiting, and there they go. So that's what about 10 seconds looks like.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a lead. I mean, looking at lap times, he's got the fastest lap of the race, Nicholas Moreau, in the 15 at a 137.3. Ryan is at a 138.8 as his fastest lap. So a little bit of disparity there, but Nicholas doing a fantastic job up front. And these guys are doing a fantastic job racing each other back here for second to sixth.
We had an issue with James Morris, it said. See if we can pull it up here and see if it is actually an incident. Looks like it's going up into turn 1. James Morris trying to catch that group of cars we keep talking about from second on back. He's currently running in 7th spot. Goes into turn 1 and just overshoots the corner. I think that's all that happens. So no harm, no foul.
I can't believe I wasn't on the broadcast more, because I did that a bunch of times on Monday.
Well, I try not to pull these things up all the time, because as you see, some of them aren't actually newsworthy.
False alarms.
It's the usual road course racing stuff. So,
Why did I just see grass go flying? Oh, the James Torrey is off the. He was trying to get out of everybody's way.
Yeah, I think he just pulled off.
I'm like, why is there grass flying someplace? And that explains it. Not that it's grass; it's the asphalt.
We're coming to 1 to go in the stage here. When they hit the line here, 1 to go to the stage break. So everybody's going to try to get everything they can on this last lap. Here goes Tony Solari to the inside of the 71 of Polt. Can he make it stick?
He clipped the curb. He clipped the curb, and it killed his momentum.
Polt's going to hold him off there. There's only a few other real passing zones here. This battle for third position.
That brought JP right there too. So now he's looking for that extra point in the stage here.
3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th all on your screen. With second up there as well, Ryan Chapman, but he's got a little bit of a gap. The battle right here is for second. For 3rd. Second in this group, 3rd on track.
It's hard to forget about the 15, because he's up the road a bit.
Oh,
I thought Tony was going to hit him there.
That was close.
Good job. Yeah, it was.
We'll see if he gets one final shot at him heading down to the next to last corner. Although passing there, it's tricky. It looks like he's going to settle in and finish 4th here, because I don't think, unless Polt makes a mistake, he's going to have an opportunity in the last corner.
Yeah,
But
it's really tough to get into the corner here. Your best bet is to get in the corner here to try to get off the corner better. But obviously, he's not going to have enough time to be able to drive up and get him going into turn one if the caution comes out. But we have what, one more? One more?
now this should be the caution, right?
I believe no, that we're on lap 12 now, so he's got one more lap.
Oh, okay.
Nicholas is
That's
going to
right.
the
He
S's
he
now.
crossed the lap. Yeah. Okay. All right. I understand.
We got excited there a lap early. It was premature stagiation.
I was thinking
Beat that one.
Nick
Beat
already
that one,
crossed
Tony.
stage nation. Well, Tony's
Premature
all over him
stagiation.
now. He's going to try to make once again if he can get a good run off the corner, but he loses time. Oh, somebody
Brian-
spins. Oh, he stopped.
Brian
Okay.
Thorson. Yeah, he was just getting out of the way. Right, that was a very nice thing for him to do there, letting guys race for the
Absolutely.
stage here.
This is where Tony looked last time, right here in the stadium section, not stage section.
Yeah, if you get a good shot right in the middle there, you can actually dive under somebody and force them out wide, but it can be tough to do.
Yeah, you could force them all right. We saw a lot of people trying to dive. Well, one guy in particular trying to dive in there a good bit, and you feel that gap. That's fine, but you still got to slow your car down.
Well, you can't do that when your
And
brakes aren't working.
There is the stage. So stage's cautions come out. Nicholas Moreau takes home the stage win. Ryan Chapman's going to finish P2. And then you got Polt, Solari, and Burns. Your top five, you got Blackner, James Morris, Robert Malikian, Joe Flanagan, and Chad Lang finishing your top 10.
Man, he's got a squeaky clean race going right now, Chad Lang does.
Yeah, you keep making references to his paint scheme. Maybe you can come over and do laundry.
Oh, I don't do laundry.
What a clean car with the Tide sponsorship. It is a bright, good looking car though. I will say that.
Yeah, but I like the combination. I like the orange and the blue. It's a very clean looking truck.
The
That's
car,
for sure.
the car in 10th will take care of your clothes. The car in 9th will take care of your stomach.
Yeah, when you get all frustrated from doing all your laundry, you can go get some Pepto.
Jeff Flanagan, good run for him, finishing in the top 10 here, getting some stage points as well. Robert Malikian up there, James Morris. And those guys are going to be able to close in on that battle from 2nd to 6th that we saw that was just so wild there. So everybody's going to catch the pace car here, come in and get their tires and fuel, and take a break. We're going to take a break as well. We're going to step away for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll go back green flag racing, race to lap 40. You're watching the Full Throttle Sim Racing Points Cup Truck Series here on Full Throttle TV.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back here at Circuit of the Americas, the Sim Racing Points Truck Series underway, and they are on pit road. Pit stops are underway. Leader's going to bring them down, and we'll see if they get some tires and fuel here tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know with the Cup car, I didn't take tires for the entire race. We didn't have an issue with tire wear with the Cup car, but I'm expecting that the trucks are going to probably need tires here as long as fuel. But very short pit stops here too. Pit stalls.
We see James Morris having an issue trying to find his pit stall. He had to back up. He's still trying to find it.
So there's no pit lines on these on the pit stalls, so it's very tough to and they're small. They're tiny little pit stalls too, so it's a tough pit. It's definitely tough.
That's going to cost him all of his track position. Trying to move forward and backwards, trying to find the pit stall. Finally finishes up, man. He's going to lose a ton of spots.
Pit road, you can't necessarily win a race on pit road, but you can certainly lose one on pit road.
We got a new leader, and I'm not really sure what happened here, but Bobby Terrell is now scored as your leader.
How did he just get maybe fuel only while everybody else got tires? If he did,
go
good
back
for him.
Go back and look here.
I saw all the other trucks go up.
Now he's on pit road, so let's see. Let's watch when he comes down pit road and see what he does. He may have just taken fuel.
He didn't do anything. He missed his pit stall, I think. I think
you're
gonna
right.
See him come down.
You're right. Yep. He doesn't even get in his stall. Man.
That's gonna lose a lot of track position right there.
Well, I know last week we tried to talk to somebody and couldn't find the people we wanted to talk to. I don't think I'm going to mess with anybody tonight. They're busy, even under caution. They're probably busy trying to figure things out. So they need all their focus. Maybe next week we'll get somebody in the booth mid race. But right now, we'll see if Bobby Terrell, surely he'll peel off here and get some tires and fuel. But man, that's two issues we saw on pit road. The 18 couldn't find his box, and the 94 missed his as well.
Yeah, like I said, it's a really tough pit road, especially with no lines on it. I wish they would put lines on it so you can kind of see. But they're also very, very small pit stalls. They're like only a foot longer on both ends of the truck, so you really pack them in there. And there goes the 94 down pit road.
Yeah, the 94 is going to come in, take his service. It's going to hand the lead back over to the Nicholas Moreau machine. Now, the good thing is, I think, well, actually, I don't know where the line is. I think Bobby's going to be able to lead a lap by doing this. Maybe. Maybe not.
I see my scoring had him as the leader that particular lap. So, yeah, maybe. He's certainly not going to lead the next one, unfortunately.
No, he's got a long way to go from back there for sure. And some of the other guys coming in to top off as well. Dave Nestor, Joseph Burgess. Actually, Nestor shows that he had an issue on track. Go back and look at an instant replay here and see if it actually was an issue coming out of pit road.
So with Brian Thorson getting the lucky dog, we now have 28 drivers on the lead lap.
That was Nestor letting cars by. Apparently having a pit road speeding penalty because Nestor's going to get to the back then.
No bueno.
So he'll be back there with Bobby, keeping him company anyway. So, yep.
Well, Bobby is last. Oof. Not a sight that he wants to see in front of him for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of trucks.
It is, and like I said, with 28 drivers on the lead lap, it's you're gonna have to pass guys to get to points. Otherwise, you're gonna be down in the list, and you could lose a big chunk in the championship. So,
well, we're gonna get another restart here, or a restart to the race. The only restart we're gonna get. We're gonna race up to turn one more time, and you know how chaotic these starts can be. This is probably the most dangerous part of the race. Because everybody's going to fight for everything they can on these restarts. Everybody's packed together, so you can make a lot of time and gain a lot of positions. But you also have a lot to lose here as well. So it's going to be kind of fun to see how these guys sorted out here. You got Nicholas Moreau, Ryan Chapman, Brendan Polt, Tony Solari, J.P. Burns, Michael Blackner. Your top six here.
Yeah, this is the point where somebody could be like, "This is my only shot to get by this guy." And he just needs to overdrive the truck just a little bit going into one, and it could be just calamity corner.
You step that little bit over the line, and you will pay for it.
Not just you, anybody who's around you at that particular point. So it's definitely turn one on these restarts is it's definitely the Hail Mary of the race so far for sure.
Now we're going to be coming
everybody makes it through.
Coming to 23 to go. 20. Sorry, 26. It'll be 25 to go. It just clicked over there. I don't know, some scoring things.
You just like that 23 number.
Yeah, I do. So they're going to come to the restart here again, going on green, getting ready for the restart here as they head to the start-finish line. This long front straightaway. Nick I don't know. That was the false start there. And now we're going to go green. And now the 10.
Ryan Chapman with a great.
He's going to try to move over.
He's pinching him. Brian and Tony up the outside off the racetrack. He's coming back on, though. I don't think he lost anything.
He didn't, but we have a new leader. Ryan Chapman just take the lead from the 15 and Nicholas Moreau. Tony Solari falling in line right back there in third. Brendan Polt fourth and JP Burns fifth.
Looks like everybody made it through turn one pretty much unscathed.
Ooh, we got some close racing going on back there. It's like the 16 and Meglin. I mean, Maliki and Lewis Meglin.
What can the 15 do now that he's not out front? Is he going to be able to race his way past Ryan Chapman here? Is Tony going to have something for the top two at this point? Man, that corner going in, that 10 corner is another one of them hair-raising corners for sure, with a lot of people diving in there.
Yeah, watching the 10 of Ryan Chapman lead the way here. Nicholas Moreau in second. Ryan finished P2 last race here last year, so we knew he's got some speed. He's got the clean air in there. We'll see if he can kind of make use of it as the 15 of Moreau now has somebody in his windshield.
Yeah, I saw Nicholas get a little wiggly through the carousel there, so maybe not having the clean air is making his truck a little bit looser. Maybe he made an adjustment on his truck and possibly went the wrong way. We'll have to wait and find out.
You see the 10 of Ryan Chapman trying to break the draft down the front stretch. Every little bit helps, I suppose. Now the 10.
I suppose.
10 into turn one, trying to take a defensive move there. The Nicholas Moreau in the 15 following him all the way through. Tony Solari has kind of lost a little track position to these guys.
Merrick Watchorn in the 51 has made his way back up to 11th at this point, maybe even 10th at this point. Yeah, 10th place from his earlier spin, so nice comeback for him. Just pointing him out as they're all single file here back through the pack. As it's still a blanket up front between the 10 to 15 and the 11. With the 71 just waiting there to pounce.
I saw the side of Tony's car coming out of that corner. He got a little loose. Got on that power there.
Look at it. He's trying to suck up the producers by having the channel on his truck there.
Yeah, for sure. You see, Ryan Chapman goes a little wide. That's going to open the door for the 15 in a row. He cannot capitalize, though. Ryan will hang on to the position.
Actually, Ryan's been the only one that's been running out there like that through the carousel. Everybody else has been down on the bottom. But even before he had the lead, he was running the high line through the carousel. So I don't know if he's finding something up there or not.
We're going to see a challenge here into turn one. The 10 of Ryan Chapman trying to keep an eye on that Nicholas Moreau machine. Cannot seem to shake him as they head off into turn one.
Tony looking there. Just trying to say, hey, Nicholas, I know you were the fast guy, but I'm right here on your truck deck lid, so don't forget about me.
We'll hop on board the full throttle television machine. Just trying. Ooh, Nick makes a little mistake there.
And this is what can happen when you're not out front by 10 seconds. It's you start to make mistakes when you're trying to push your truck a little bit more. Looks like Brian Thorson had some truck issues, and he's retired from the race as well. Sorry to hear that, Brian. He's hopped on the view.
These guys come out of the stadium section again, riding on board. You can see how much these trucks move around. Everybody working these trucks a little bit differently. You're right. That line that the 10 is running through the right-handers there is completely different than anybody else I've seen through there. He's making it work too.
Yeah, he's the only one that's doing it. And like I said, I'm wondering if maybe he found a secret up there or not. But a lot of patience going on right here. These guys know that there's still a lot of laps, still 23 laps to go here. Now we're on 22, but 22 laps to go, so anything can happen. Long race yet.
Boy, Nick diving in there once again. Ryan takes a shallow entry, and Nick's going to try to look to the inside. Can't get anything done there. Is that going to open the door for Tony? No, he's lost some ground there.
Yeah,
Nick,
when you take a wide entrance to that one like that, and somebody takes a shallow entrance, the wide entrance screws you up for two, whereas the guy in second may have a better run through two, but he's not be able to make anything through the S's there, Nicholas.
it's just all a matter of not making any mistakes. There's very few places to pass here. As you see the 15 look again, 10 covers it off. Just cannot get it done there either.
You thought about it. He's going to have to pass him in a place where Ryan's not expecting it. Someplace like up here in this left-hander, or in the carousel. But he's going to have to probably try to get underneath or side by side with Ryan, someplace that Ryan's not expecting it, and that's going to be tough to do.
Not much movement behind him. You still have Solari, Polt, Burns, Blackner, and Lang up to P7.
From 11th on back, there's like 15 trucks basically running nose to tail.
We got the 53 around exiting the stadium section.
Oh, no, not Joe. Oh, Nicholas is pretty close to him going down the front stretch this lap.
Watch the instant replay with the 53 right quick coming through the stadium section. Let's see what happens here. He goes wide. Oh, just slides into the, and almost had it saved, but the 52 was there and just finished him off.
While that was going on, Nicholas actually tried to go outside of the 10 going into turn one, and just wasn't able to make it work. So settles back in the second place as Ryan Chapman continues to lead. Dang it, Joe.
Ooh, the 10 gets loose out of that cut through. 15's going to try to make it, but the 10 covers it off again. He is being very aggressive
defensive.
with those. Yes, very defensive with those blocks. I'm afraid eventually that may not pay off.
Oh, good. Thankfully, he's got Nicholas behind him, and Nicholas is one of the cleaner guys in the league, and he's going to do everything he can to get by you.
Oh, he opened up.
Oh, he gets under him.
Yeah, he opened that up. He kind of missed the apex of that exit of that corner there. Now they're going to go side by side through the.
And here comes Tony.
Yeah, Tony's going to look to the inside of Nick.
That's what Tony was waiting for. He was waiting for mistakes. So Nicholas goes wide.
This is going to be very tough to do too wide here. And Nick's going to hang on to that position, but that cost him a little time to the 10. They are all on top of each other right now.
And this is what happens when you got all these guys running like this. You got guys that are back there just waiting for the guys in front to make that one mistake to try to make their moves, just like Tony did. But you got Tony, you got Brendan Polt there, J.P. Burns, Michael Blackner. They're all waiting for that one instance.
I don't know if there was contact there or not, but they were close, the 10 and the 15.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, you try to make a move, and the guy behind you fills the gap. Then you end up losing a position if you're not careful. It's just hard to balance trying to pass and trying to defend at the same time.
Right. There's and not to mention there's already a lot of stuff going on here between all the lefts and the rights and the braking, and the shifting that's going on. So on top of all that, he's trying to drive his truck and Nicholas's truck, Ryan Chapman, up there in the front.
Well, you see the smoke. We got a few things queued here. And if things will settle down here, I could show you, but I don't want to miss the action up front right here for a replay. There's Nick looking inside. He just cannot get the power down off the corner to make that move.
Ten's putting his truck where it needs to be, making it really difficult to make that pass on him. But Tony's hanging tough there.
Yeah, Tony's just waiting for him to make both of them make a mistake. Here comes the 15 looking to the inside. 10 doesn't fall for it. He falls back in line. They'll come to the front stretch and see what happens.
The 15 got a really good jump out of the last corner there, but not good enough. The 10's beating him up the hill.
They roll into turn 1. 15 a little wide. The 11's going to look on the inside. Nope, nothing there.
It looked like the 10 maybe didn't get through 1 as good as.
Nick's looking. Are they going to go side by side? No, they are single file. I was going to say, I don't know. It's tricky to get there single file, much less side by side.
That sounded like you. That sounded like are they going 3 wide? Voice there. Surely they're not going 3 wide.
Boy, Nick gets that section real good. Looking to the
there.
inside. He's looking to the inside.
He's there. He's inside. But he's not going to have position going through this section right here.
No, and that's gonna put him back single file. 1, 2, 3. Tony actually had to check up a little bit for those two guys. Put him on the front nose of Nicholas Polton, or Brendan Polton, the 71.
Oh, he's under him again.
Again, he goes wide, but he gets a good run off the corner, and he sets himself up for this next. Like, I wonder if he's doing that on purpose. And you see the 15 sideways.
Yeah, I'm the 15. Like I said, he's one of the cleaner drivers out here, but he could be getting frustrated. This could be very frustrating as you're a bit faster than the guy in front of you, and he's making it tough to pass.
We still got 19 laps of this left to go, so 18 to go at the line. So, man, they just are all over each other right now.
And all it takes is one slip, and
yep.
Very defensive line that time, going through 1 for the 10, but he holds on.
He's doing everything he needs to do up front to hold the 15. We saw the 15 pull out a big gap before the stage, and now the 10's able to keep him behind him right now. This is all he needs right now, but no mistakes. If he keeps opening the door, Nick will eventually take advantage of that.
Yeah, absolutely, and we know that Nick's fast because in the first part of the race, he had a 10-second lead. But being behind somebody is a lot different than running away from them. Catching somebody and passing them are completely different things.
Nick keeps showing the nose there in the braking zones. He's going to look to the inside here. Nope. Just showing him the nose.
I still think he's going to have to do something in an unorthodox part of the track in order to get by Ryan, because Ryan is covering off all of the really good passing spots. And once again, he does that high line through the carousel here. He seems to be able to carry a lot of momentum through there up there.
Ryan Chapman continuing to lead here at Circle of the Americas, the Atco Park Automotive 200K. And we're getting down to it. We've got several laps to go, but we've ate up a lot of the 40 laps so far. Yeah,
we're kind of way past halfway here, so not way past. We're a couple laps past halfway, and it's very exciting. Front up here, everybody under a blanket as the top 6 have been running nose to tail for almost the entire race. But there's racing throughout. Mr. Bobby Terrell has made his way up to 19th from 28th, so he's having a pretty good recovery, or at least not as bad as it could have been.
Let's go back and
James
see
Morris is 16th.
While they kind of settle out, go back and see what happened to Kyle Milliken here. in the 42, coming through the next to last corner. Good there. Last corner, a move by somebody on the inside. Contact. Oh, and then he clips. That was Bobby Terrell he clipped.
Oh.
We're right on board with the 94 Bobby Terrell.
15's under. The 15 got under him. The 15 just made the pass for the lead throughout. Oh, nope. The 10's coming back. No, the 15 has made the pass for the lead. You knew it. After all the laps like this, you knew as soon as you started to go to the best one replay that the 15 was going to make a move, and he made it in the stadium section.
We'll go back and look at it. Instant replay. Here's the 15. Looking to the inside. 10 has to give him the spot. Gets his car stopped and just pushes puts him in the 10 in a position where he can't defend there, and able to run around the outside, take the lead. And now the 10's going to fall back to second spot, see if he's got anything for him.
Yeah, like I said, Nicholas had to do it in a spot that was just not expected by Ryan, because Ryan was covering off every other place. Doing it in that stadium section was a great move. And kind of spread out the top 6 a little bit too.
Yeah, you got the 11 all over to the 10 and 11 right there next to each other, just like, in the list of numbers.
Looks like the 11 is going underneath the 10. I'm wondering if the 10's tires are going off.
Maybe here comes Tony Solari on the inside of the 10. Can he complete this pass, though? Because they're going to get to the stadium section. The 10's going to have the advantage on the inside. Oh, he runs him wide. Tony hangs tough on the outside. He's going to try to stay there. If he can stay there, he gets the inside up here, and he does. Let's see if Tony can complete this pass now. Yes, he's going to have. Is he going to have the drive off, though? No, they are side by side still.
Back. I told you can run a lot of this track side by side, and they're proving it.
Boy, they are. This is some good racing right here. The 11 finally finishes the pass, and it's going to take over second position. So Tony Solari up to P2. Here comes the 10 back to the inside.
And he goes
Switch
wide.
over.
The 11 crossover.
And that opens the door for Brendan Polt.
Spots.
Yeah, Brendan Polt's going to look to the inside now.
I'm wondering if Ryan's tires have gone off a little bit. That all that work he was doing to try to keep the 15 back there has. Oh!
Brendan Polt sends it on the 11 of Tony Solari. Tony's going to
Ryan is sideways.
Man, did he eat his tires up or something? Something's going on.
Absolutely, because now Michael Blackner's made his way past Ryan Chapman. So Ryan Chapman has gone from the lead to 6th in a matter of a lap and a half. So, yeah, I'm thinking he just lit the rear tires up, trying to work so hard keeping Nicholas behind him.
He's going to have to regroup here because we still got several laps to go. Tony Solari loves seeing that, though. He was able to put a little bit of gap on the Brendan Polt machine, number 71. And now J.P. Burns behind him and Michael Blackner.
Where was Michael going on that one? Oh, my God. I just cringed.
I think he was avoiding right in the back of the 99, and, yeah.
I thought we were going to have a Colby moment there.
Our broadcast just got a little dumber because you said that. Oh, goodness.
Well, he is a Chase Elliott fan, so. But, yeah, anyway, so far, I mean, everybody's done a really good. We've had a couple issues here and there, but I'm really impressed on how everybody's doing, especially even the guys that don't particularly like this type of racing.
Yeah, Michael Blackner's moved up into the 5th position now. Tony Solari has taken over sole position of 2nd. He's pulled it out on the 71 of Brendan Polt, having a good run tonight. And then Brendan Polt in the 71 being released last week from his former team, GHR Racing. He started his own team in the 71 and is kind of out there proving his point, currently running P3.
Yeah, he's a lot higher than any of his old teammates, so somebody did something right, and he's having a good run. I was just watching some of the battle in the back of the pack with Jeff Chandler and the 52 of Scott Neff. Um, Even Colby Mice was involved down in Durango, and they were all side by side. It was good stuff going on back there.
Yeah, we see Colby and Scout right there together. Jeff Chandler right behind those guys.
Well, that's a pretty paint scheme that Colby got on that truck. I heard it was it was a pretty penny for it.
He paid a pretty penny.
Well, a pretty truck for a pretty penny.
And that penny is worth more than 3 cents.
Is it though?
Well,
I'm seeing a little bit of damage on the fender of the 52 there.
yeah, I think he got together with.
You said Joe, right? He got together with Joe.
That's right. Yeah, Joe slid sideways in front of him, had it collected, but was right in the groove, and the 52 ran right into him and got that damage. You see Jeff Chandler.
16th.
Jeff Chandler starting to work over the back of Scout and F in the 52.
Yeah, this whole group had just gotten by the two of Alan Durango, who's behind them. Colby, Scout, and Jeff had just got by Alan a couple of laps ago, and now I guess Jeff's on the go button. He had a good run on Monday. I think he ended up 5th, Jeff, in the Cup race.
Yep, always a good looking paint scheme. Jeff's got some great color combinations there. Shout out to our guy in the chat for those paint schemes.
Yeah, I haven't seen him pop in yet, so hopefully Doyle's all right out there.
James Morris up to P14 after that pit road mishap. So he's made some positions up for sure. There's been some things happen in front of him that gave him some positions as well, but he's kind of worked his way up methodically now, 14th spot.
Yeah, it's a very good recovery. Never fun when you have to come from the back of the pack, but at least he's made it through. Bobby Terrell's up to 18th on his way back up through the pack. So shout out to Josh Mayu in the Dr. Pepper truck. He's running a respectable 15th for his first race back. Interesting race to come back to the league in, but yeah, it is what it is.
Well, he was here last week at Auto Club. Just wasn't with this team or number.
True.
Well, I think it number, but not this team. Yeah, I like me some Dr. Pepper. But you know what I like as much as Dr. Pepper, maybe even more? How about some Victory Fuel? Remember, guys, go to drinkvictory.com. Use code FTSR for 10% off your order and get you some of that Victory Fuel, the Throttle Punch, my favorite. You got the grape and the lemon flavors.
Lucky lemon.
Yeah, Lucky Lemon.
Drinking one right now.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So if you like the lemonade, if you like fruit punch, if you like grape, so far, and rumor is they're going to be coming out with some new flavors as well. So I can't wait to see what they come up with. But go check them out. Drinkvictory.com. FTSR is your code for 10% off your order on the site. Get them today and support them. We appreciate them coming on board, sponsoring our Cup Series here on Full Throttle Sim Racing.
Yeah, if they come out with a new flavor, I'm hoping. I don't know. I'm torn. I'd love to see orange because I think it'd make a great looking race car, but I'm not a big fan of the orange flavor, so I'm torn on that one. Maybe a blueberry.
Well, what about blue raspberry? See,
that'd be good.
I'm a sucker for blue raspberry. Anything. So I'd love to see some blue raspberry or something like that. I know it's kind of a niche flavor though. There's a lot of. I mean, there could be strawberry, cherry. There's a lot of different flavors they could go with.
Ooh, a dark cherry would be good. But that would be another can of red. So I'm thinking they're going to try to go something different.
Would be dark.
Whether
red.
a blue or an orange or something like that. That's what I would think.
I could see orange, although all the orange flavors are not really orange flavored. You ever notice that? Like they're flavored
Well, they
like
say citrus.
Yeah, but we're right. I guess I could do citrus, but there's not like a flavored drink that, oh, this tastes like the oranges. No, there's orange juice and that's about it.
That's about it. Yep. I don't know. I like orange juice. and I'm not a big fan of orange drinks.
No, I like some orange drinks, and even grape, and I really want to try their grape.
I have one downstairs. All you have to do is win a race on Monday nights, and you'll get one.
That's true. That's true. You guys racing in the Cup Series, winners always get a free 4-pack of Victory Fuel. So I'm sure those guys are enjoying those. Too bad we're in the booth and not on the track.
Well, you are on Monday. I had to get me some free Victory Fuel. So Jeff Chandler has made it his way past the 52 and the 8 and actually has gapped him by a lot now. But James Morris is now moving in on that trio. So that may be 3 more spots that he may be looking to get before the end of the race here, as we got just about 10 laps to go.
Yeah, it's 10 laps to go at the line this time by. You got Nicholas Murrow out front. He's got about 6-second gap on Tony Solari, who is in second. And Tony's got company with the 71 of Polt close behind him.
Yeah, it looks like Brendan has been a tick faster. They've been running very similar lap times, but he's hanging on to the back of Tony, making Tony work for it for sure, as Michael Blackner is now in 4th spot, having passed Ryan Chapman a little while ago. And he's looking to catch that duo.
Boy, Ryan Chapman and JP Burns are both kind of falling off, and their teammates, I wonder if they've got the same setup underneath them, and maybe their setup's letting them down here towards the end of this race. But they both have lost a lot of time to those guys in front.
Oh yeah, they're quite a bit back, and they're fighting each other for position now. Yeah, I'm just wondering if they burned up their stuff. That's the only thing I could possibly think of, is that they just burned off the right rear and lost rear grip there.
We're in the truck of the 71 of Polt, trying to chase down Tony Solari in the 11. You can see how much they're playing with the wheel, how much input that they're having to put in to get these cars to do what they want to do around this track. I mean, it's a knife's edge, because one little slip up and you can either go around or go off track.
You need to go look out of the front of the 15, because he has got a mess in front of him of lap trucks. Well, 4, but that's still a mess on a road course.
You're right. He's catching one right now. He's going to let him go. I think was that Chris Beck?
The 90 is Joseph Burgess.
That was Burgess. Okay.
So now Tony's in the process of catching the tail end of the lap trucks too. So we'll see what that brings. Now Michael Blackner has been almost a half a second faster than Tony.
Oh. Tony
every
gets
lap
held
so far.
up a little bit by a truck there. Just caught him at the wrong time. It's going to allow Polt to catch right back up to him.
And now Michael is basically on the back of those two. And he's been faster for the last couple laps than Tony has. So Michael Blackner is coming.
And all is about rhythm here at Circuit of the Americas. You want to get in a good rhythm. You're able to make up time. If you can hit those corners just right, you find that rhythm. You kind of settle in, and
that's why the lap traffic can be such a pain in the butt, because it gets you out of that rhythm. Even guys just trying to get out of the way get you out of the rhythm, and that's usually enough to make it just extra tough. Yep, there's even 4 more trucks. He just made it through the 4 trucks that I was looking at, and there's 4 more trucks right in front of the leader still. So he's going to hit lap traffic in the next lap as well.
Got an issue with Josh Mayhew here. Let's see what it is. Going into turn 1, racing with the 43 of Lewis Meglin. Lewis looks to the inside. Is there contact? No. Josh lets him go by pulling to the outside, and that is all that is. That was a pass for 16th.
Tony has gapped Brendan a little by a couple car lengths now. He's got some breathing room. And Michael's about as far away from... they're about even as far as where Michael is. So
This
Tony got some breathing room.
second, third, and fourth here on your scoring. If you keep a track at home, and they're all about 6 seconds behind our leader, Nicholas Moreau.
Which, Nick's not pulling out quite as quick as he did last time. Although it did take him quite many laps to get back into the lead. So, but
Ryan Chapman's lost
about-
another position to Robert Maliki, and now
Robert
he's
Malikian.
got Merrick Watchhorn right behind him. Merrick's been tearing through the field after that issue.
Yeah, great recovery coming back up into the top 10 with that. Jeff Chandler just cracked the top 10. James Morris still in 14th, but he's catching that trio still.
There's that paint scheme you like. Chad Lane going by some lap cars in the number 3 there. Currently P9.
Kudos to him. He's having a great race. Nice to see the Tide ride up in the top 10. Making a nice clean pass on some lap cars.
All right, keep going. Get it out of your system.
I can't do it. I love it too much.
6.3 seconds. I tell you, this lap traffic has really slowed to 15 down a good bit. He hasn't gained at all. As a matter of fact, he's lost a little bit to second, third, and fourth here as they go. But he's just working his way methodically through this lap traffic, trying not to make a mistake as he goes by Dave Nestor there to put P18 a lap down. 17 trucks on the lead lap. Next one he's going to catch for position. Well, to put a lap down is the 94 of Bobby Terrell. That pit road penalty really hurt him.
Yeah, absolutely. And as far as the lap traffic, Nicholas can afford to be slow passing these guys, taking his time. He's got a big enough gap that he doesn't need to push the issues like Tony does or Brendan does or Michael does, because they're trying to catch him. Tony's trying to run away from Brandon. Michael's trying to catch Brandon. So they're going to be pushing issues with lap trucks, whereas Nicholas can pick and choose when and where he catches and passes these guys.
On board the Red Bull machine, Michael Blackner here coming through the next to last corner here down to the last corner. We'll see if any of these guys have anything for Tony Solari right now, who they have in their sight. Otherwise, Nicholas Moreau is up the road a bit. But second, third, and fourth all up for position here. JP Burns back by about 12 seconds from these guys.
I'm watching these trucks all over the track. They're all just super loose. So tires seem to definitely be an issue here.
On board Merrick Watchhorn. See if he makes a move into turn 1. This is for P6.
I was just about to say the same thing.
He looks to the inside of the 16. 16 goes wide. 51 will go through, I think. Yep, there's the 16 in the rear view. So move Merrick Watchhorn up to P6 in the number 51 machine. Again, a good, we talked about a rebound. It's a good rebound from that issue he had.
Yeah, and he went by Ryan Chapman. I missed that one. Yeah. So Ryan back to 8th.
Ryan's falling like a rock. I don't know if his tires just went off or what, but completely.
Yeah, because he's back quite a bit even from these two duos, the two 51 and the 16. I don't think Chad Lang is close enough to him to be an issue for him losing another spot.
Yet.
Well, just keep doing what he's doing.
6 seconds. 6 laps.
Well, yeah, second a lap, that would do it.
That's a large margin. Here he comes around, though. We're going to be 5 to go. Your leader, Nicholas Moreau, putting on a show here tonight at Circuit of the Americas in the 15 Transit machine.
Transit Auto Parts. Tony's got some breathing room back to Brandon, and Brandon got some breathing room back to Michael, and they all have breathing room back to JP Burns. There's about 13 seconds back to 5th, so
everybody just needs
all they
to
have to do
breathe.
is stay on track. Yep, stay on track.
Just breathe. Run your line. That's all you got to do. Hit your marks. Nothing special.
This is where fatigue can get involved, because it's been a long, grueling race. not a lot of time to relax or reset, and the lap traffic is definitely throwing a lot of I don't know, definitely a lot of issues into it. Not that they're being an issue, but definitely throwing a monkey wrench into their race for sure. As James Morris has caught Kobe Meese for 11th spot going up into turn 1. So another good comeback. He's up to 12th.
And here he comes
Strike
in.
that.
He's going to try to take 11th. The 8. I don't know if he missed at the corner or what, but Kobe opened the door, but 18 can't get through.
I'm wondering if Colby's having brake issues.
Again?
I know that team has been fighting issues with brakes all week long here.
Well, they spend all their money on paint schemes. They don't have time. They don't have money to spend on the brake.
Joe Flanagan, a couple of positions behind in 14th, is also having a pretty good comeback as well, as he's fighting with
The
Scout
52.
for that 13th, actually, yeah.
So good battling going on.
Isn't that the two trucks that got the all right, as long as they're back together again.
It is, because and actually the 53 went around, so the 53's run back by the 52. And so a good recovery by the 53 for what he could do anyway. He spun and was able to come back up through the field a little bit.
Back up front, Tony is solidly in lap traffic again, as he's behind the number 4 of Jason Chilton there. And I'm sure Tony's just, come on, get out of the way, get out of the way. And there he goes, moves out of the way for him, sort of.
Oh, we saw a wiggle by the 11 of Tony Solari there. The 71 of Polt's going to go by.
As the person that's lapping trucks, you want the guy, just get out of the way, get out of the way. But as the guy being lapped, a lot of times there's no safe place to truly to do that without, getting in somebody's way. So
the guy being lapped, I'm trying.
Yeah, exactly. And it's sometimes it's hard to it's hard on a road course to move over for somebody and get out of the way. As Tony's catching Bobby Terrell to lap him, so Bobby not having the race that he was hoping for tonight.
Keaton Pipe, Robert Malikian, saying here is crash. Let's look at here. Keaton Pipe in the 21 here. See what happens coming off the corner. Actually going off into. Oh, he just loops it right around the 21, and the 16 does a good job, I think, to miss him there. Robert Malikian.
Yeah, the 21 was one of those trucks that I saw that was getting super loose. Watched him as he was on the racetrack, just getting sideways. Yeah, he looks like he had a lot of rear brake in the truck and spun. Yeah. Could have just trying to be getting out of the way, too. Like I said, sometimes when you're trying to get out of the way, it costs you more than when you don't try to get out of the way. Of course, then everybody yells at you for not getting out of the way. So it's not a win-win situation for the guy getting lapped a lot of times.
The 71 still chasing the 11 for second spot. 22 of Michael Blackner in fourth. Fifth is going to be J.P. Burns. Merrick Watchhorn in sixth. Man, he continues to climb up there. Got by Robert Malikian in seventh. Ryan Chapman in eighth. And where is the Chad Lang? He is within shouting distance. He's got it down to 3 seconds.
James Morris shoots past Colby Meese going into turn 1, so he finally got that position, and he is up to P11.
Took a move by James. Colby moves back one. Now Joe Flanagan trying to march back towards the front. You see 12th and 11th right there in front of him.
Lap traffic definitely brought the 71 up on the back of the 11, but Tony holding strong. Looks like he's going to win the Fury Motorsports.
Don't jinx him. Don't say anything yet. 2 laps to go here.
And trying to give him the commentator's curse. I'm giving him the commentator's curse. Give him that voodoo. Don't you put that mojo on me, Ricky Bobby.
So 2 laps to go. Nicholas Moreau, your leader. Tony Solari second. Brendan Polt third. This is the battle for second on your screen. The 11 and the 71.
Looks like they've pulled away a little bit from Michael Blackner. Tony didn't hit that pass all that well, but neither did Brendan, so that worked out well. Nicholas Moreau, we got 2 laps to go, less than 2 laps to go as he starts to go into the stadium section here, coming to 1 lap to go.
You know, I said 1 second a lap is a lot to do. That 3 has caught the 10 of Ryan Chapman. The best I can guess is something happened. The tires went off on that truck or what. He was leading, and as soon as he got past, it flipped like a light switch, and it just fell off.
It did, and he's one of the only trucks. Well, not the only trucks. There's a couple trucks that it looks like they've fallen off, but I'll tell you who's not fallen off. That's that 15 truck, man. He is on rails. Same thing with the 11. As I believe the 15 is heading into the last corner before going down the straightaway to get the white flag.
Yeah, white flag's out. 1 lap to go here at Circuit of the Americas. Nicholas Moreau continued to lead, put on a dominating performance once he got by the 10 of Ryan Chapman. It's been clear selling ever since, except for the lap traffic, which made it kind of interesting from time to time. But now, pretty sizable gap. Now 7, almost 8 seconds between first and second. The battle is going to be for second, if there's going to be a battle. Tony trying to hold off the 71 of Polt. Michael Blackner and Merrick Washburn, your top 5.
I'm still confused on where the finish line is.
Yeah, I think
I see Barney.
Finish line is.
Is it where Barney's waving the flag, or is it up further on the?
It's
because
the
I think
first
the starting
line. The start line is the farthest
way up.
line. Yeah.
All right, so it's where Barney's basically waving the flag.
Why they have to, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
71 starting to put pressure on the 11 now. Right on the back bumper. It's a 71. Can he do anything with it?
Just don't take him out. Race for it, boys.
Here's
Which
a
I was
chance right
happy
here.
to see. I was happy to see that on Sunday that the guys raced for the win and they didn't do what they had to do to win to take the win. I always love it when I see guys racing. As we have here tonight. All right, 15 heading down into the last corner once again.
Yep, heading into the last corner. The 15 of Nicholas Moreau is going to come around the final corner, claim the checkered flag, and win here. The Echo Park Automotive 250K goes to Nicholas Moreau in the number 15.
Yeah, fantastic job by him and his team. I believe that's 2 in a row now for him. He was our last week's winner. Tony Sorori comes home second. Brendan Polt third. Michael Blackner fourth. Merrick made it all the way up to fifth. Great job by him. Robert Malikian sixth. JP Burns seventh. Chad Lang did make it past Ryan Chapman for eighth. Ryan Chapman ninth. And Jeff Chandler rounds out your top 10. Great job, guys.
They're still finishing, so...
well, I'm just rounding out where they are, so... I'm looking at the results. I ain't looking at the race.
Chad Lang up to P8. There he comes around the final corner. He will claim the 8th spot. Ryan Chapman 9th. And Jeff Chandler back there somewhere behind him in 10th. And,
yeah, he's coming down a little short chute. Jay Morris has made it up to 11th. Great comeback for him.
Yeah. A lot of good stories. A lot of good storylines with some of the guys having issues in the pits coming from the back. You got the 53 spinning, having to work his way back towards the front. You got the 10 holding off the 15. That was a great battle. There was a lot going on.
The 8 finished the race with brakes intact, so kudos to him. He didn't give anybody Pepto.
And that'll do it. So we'll see Nicholas Moreau come around here doing his victory lap. Going to give the fans a show here. Yeah, so that is back-to-back wins for the 15, correct? Auto Club and then here.
Talk about 2 completely different racetracks to win on.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we have somebody in the Truck Series that's trying to put a foothold into the championship here.
Well, he definitely made a statement here tonight. Dominating win tonight. Dominating win last week at Auto Club as well. So he's definitely made a statement that he's going to be a championship contender for the points this season. But tonight, Nicholas Moreau comes home a winner. Let's look at our finishing results here.
Yeah, we forgot to do that last week.
So
Well,
Nicholas,
we did it eventually.
yeah, we did it afterwards. Nicholas Moreau will come home your winner in the 15. Tony Solari finishes P2. Best his rival, the 19 of Richie Coy. So congratulations to him. The 71 of Polt finishes third. Fourth is going to be Michael Blackner in the 22. Fifth is Merrick Watchburn. Sixth, Robert Malikian. Seventh, JP Burns. Eighth is going to be Chad Lang. Ryan Chapman falls to ninth. And 10th is going to be Jeff Chandler.
The 18, James Morris comes home 11th, followed by Kobe Mice in 12th, Joe Flanagan 13th, Lewis Meglin 14th, and Josh Mayu in 15th. The 52 Scout Neff finishes 16th, followed by David Nestor in 17th, which was the first car 1 lap down. Bobby Terrell comes home in 18th, Marshall Johnson 19th, and Chris Beck rounds out your top 20.
Yeah, and you got Keaton Pipe in 21st, Chris Gore 22nd. 23rd is going to be Jason Chilton. 24th is TJ Bartell. 25th, Joseph Burgess. 26th is Alan Duranco. 27th, Jason Kofi. 28th is going to be William Lart. 29th, Kyle Milliken. 30th is going to be Brian Thorson. 31st, James Torrey. And then you get to some of the guys who weren't able to finish. Corey Atkins finishes 32nd. 33rd, Markyle Henderson, and Donald Bell, 34th, rounds out your final finishing position here at COTA. So we're going to step away.
Good job, guys.
We're going to step away real quick. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk to the top 3, recap tonight, look forward to next week's race. We'll be right back after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back here at Circuit of the Americas, we're going to get ready to talk to our top 3 tonight here. COTA put on an exciting finish, and we're going to finish it off with a little post-race interviews here, brought to you by Victory Fuel. Let's see if I can talk to our third place finisher, Brendan Polton, 71. Brendan, congratulations tonight. Brought the 71 home clean and in a third place position. Tell me about your night.
I didn't expect to be up here. I'm not gonna lie. When I was testing for this, while Auto Club was still going on for the trucks, I thought I did not have pace, as the first laps I did were like 143. So, luckily, with my knowledge, I've been able to I somehow managed to crack it down to 39s and get up to speed. At least be able to stay within that's lead pack that honestly was a pack for practically the entire race from green flag and even through the stage. A little bit of a great six truck racing there for almost the entire time. I mean, Nick, Tony, Chapman there for a little bit. It was all good racing. I loved it. I didn't think I'd like this layout. I think it's one of my new favorite road course layouts, especially with these trucks.
Yeah, you guys were putting on quite a show there. You talked about the 6-car pack early on, man. You guys were just packed all together and packed like sardines right there on top of each other. And man, it was some good racing for sure at the beginning of the stage and at the end there. Man, I know you were trying to get to Tony there at the end and just ran out of steam. But yeah, talk about the racing. You talked about the changes to the track. Talk about how it influences the racing differently and how things kind of evolved here with this new layout.
It really emphasizes your passing opportunities in turn one because I did a C open earlier and I had a great battle with Bailey Dutton where we managed to go side by side throughout the S's. But what I mean by that is that it is hard to stay side by side throughout the rest of this track outside of the two straights. And even then, the second straight's a little short. It's hard to make a move there. You need a great run out of what is it, turn 7 over there to get that run down to the straight and be able to have a chance at making a pass going into the stadium section.
Yeah.
So it really emphasizes passing into turn 1 or just being mistake free. I mean, Nick showed that well.
Well, I was going to say, we saw with the 10, when he got out front, he was able to hold Nick off lap after lap after lap. Nick finally got by, but he did a great job. He was basically putting his truck exactly where he needed to be, and Nick just could not find a way by until he finally did. But yeah, passing clearly tough here on this track. And we saw some issues in pit road as well. We saw some guys, one of your former teammates, he missed his pit stall or couldn't find his pit stall. We saw another guy drive through and miss his pit as well. And I have to ask too, because we were wondering this, was fuel ever an issue for the last stage there?
Not really. You put in enough. iRelay fuel calculator was very nice to me. Showed exactly what I needed. I put that in. Saved a little bit on the ensuing pacing laps afterwards. But yeah, no, fuel wasn't really an issue. It was more of the rear tires for me. The rear tires, if you spin them once and then you have to give it about a lap for them to cool down to race the way you were again. It only emphasizes more the mistake-free nature of this new layout, which I don't mind. I love being consistent and low-key kind of chuckling at the people who make mistakes.
Well, I know
it feels real satisfying when you do the right thing multiple laps at a time and it pays off.
a lot of guys said this layout is a challenge and it doesn't give you a break. So, man, you put into work tonight. You worked hard. You got yourself a P3. Congratulations on that. I'm going to let you, though, have the mic and do your shout-outs and sponsor plugs.
Well, thank you to my father, first off. I mean, his generosity, let's say, to let me keep doing this, especially in a college dorm for this year, is one of the best fathers I could have asked for, genuinely. I think my mother was watching. I'm not sure, though. Hi, Mom, if that's the case. But, yeah, no, Lana Killer Racing on Facebook. We're open to sponsorships for our Dirt Late model this season.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations tonight. P3 in the 71. New number, new home, and looks like some good finishes ahead for you. Congratulations.
Yep, thank you. You guys have a good night.
All right, there's your third place finisher tonight, the 71. Brendan Polt brings it home P3. Solid race all night. And kept his finish clean, comes home on the podium. And Richie, I'm going to toss it to you. I think you're standing by with second place finisher Tony Solari.
Yeah, I'm standing down here. I'm watching Tony climb out of his truck here. He looks like a very satisfied individual. Tony, my man, great run. Tell me about your race there.
Well, first of all, let's just say I beat you.
All right, calm down, Spicy. Calm down.
It was a fun race. I don't know what else to say. I mean, the truck felt really good. Just kind of playing just kind of defending Brendan there. He was really strong all night too. So just kind of keeping a close eye on him in the back. Once we got by Ryan, Nicholas was gone, and I kind of knew Nick was gonna kind of do a dominating fashion like he always does. But hey, to come behind him, it's still not a bad thing, and Yeah, again, fun race. Pedals got to work out these homemade pedals and the homemade wheel and using VR. Despite all my tragedies, I still finished second.
Despite all those tragedies, you still finished second. I think it was mainly because there wasn't a lot of walls on the racetrack. That's why you finished second.
There was not any walls for me to really hit, and I did hit the curb a couple times, and the truck bounced
I
up.
saw.
I was testing that in practice, so it was all good. No mom text either, so she probably wasn't even watching.
Nope, she
Um,
was watching. She said
oh,
early
she
on,
was.
she was like, "Go, Tony,
Oh,
go."
I'm sure I'll get a
But
mom text in a second then. So yeah, other than that, yeah, it was great, great race. I'm sure it's pretty exciting for you guys to watch.
yeah, I mean, we had battling, and at one point we had trucks all over the racetrack, so there was just trucks everywhere. But tell me about your setup there. We saw Ryan Chapman up front after the stage, and he was doing a good job of holding everybody back and running good laps. But all of a sudden, when Nick finally got by him, he dropped like a rock. Was there tire wear issues?
Tires were definitely, I did take tires, which I believe you need to do here in the truck. So yeah, I did take tires on the stage, and yeah, I was just telling Nick too. I was kind of waiting for Nick to take care of Ryan. That way, because I kind of knew Nick was eventually going to get by him, and then I figured, okay, so I can go on an attack with Ryan. The truck was starting to get a little greasy. It was starting to get a little tight for me towards the beginning, and then a little greasy towards the end. And yeah, the setup was just comfortable. It was quick and comfortable. One of the things I said on Monday too is just the brake. I always have a hard time trying to find a good dial-in brake where I'm always locking them up, and that really wasn't super a big problem this week. But yeah, so that worked out, and yeah, just trying to hold my own. And Ryan kind of gave me a little opportunity to get by. I think he overshot that last corner. I kind of gave him the undercut, and yeah, I don't know what happened to him after that, but all I saw was Brendan the whole race, and I really just wanted to try and get ahead of him before right after the stage restart, because I was worried. Before the stage I was right behind him, and I knew he was going to be a little bit past or hard to get by because we had pretty equal speed. So I just wanted to kind of capitalize on that when the restart happened, and I was able to get out there, and then it was just kind of a waiting game until to filter out. And yeah, Nick ran good. Everybody up front ran really good. I mean, there really wasn't a lot of problems, and it
No,
was a
for the
good
most
race.
part, the whole field did a good job. But once again, I want to congratulate you on your second. Congratulations on winning this round of Coda versus me. You had a much better race, so congratulations on that. I'm just going to
I'm
give you the
gonna
floor to.
Chase Elliott ring my bell then.
There you go. He's going to ring the bell out there in Illinois, but going to leave you the floor to shout out anybody you want to shout out. And again, congrats on P2.
Well, thank you, and you guys, Brody, Ritchie, Michael, Joe Flanagan hanging out with us. We had, usually we get Marshall Johnson. We got Josh Mayu in there. All the regulars, all the guys that usually we hang out with. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to the league. Thanks to everybody who showed up tonight too. I believe everybody put on a great race. A lot of guys were very respectful too. Lap down cars. We saw a lot of lap traffic towards the end, and everybody was really good with that. And the competitors, Brandon, Nick, both. Even Ryan. Everybody had a everybody did really well tonight, and yeah, it was great to be part of this, and got to thank mom and dad as well. And you saw my new color, so supporting the broadcast, and I can't wait to watch it back.
All right, there's your second place finisher, Tony Spicy Solari.
It was spicy tonight, that's for sure.
All right. Well, we're gonna.
Brody, you're up there with, with Nicholas. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm down here in the victory lane with Nicholas Marone, the 15 truck. Different week, same result. So Nicholas, congratulations tonight. A little bit, a lot different track than Auto Club. You had to work hard tonight, work for it tonight, trying to get around the 10. Congratulations though on your win.
Hi, thank you, Brody. Yeah, different tracks, but maybe same result, but not same feeling on the behind the steering. But almost everything went well. I'm happy with the results for sure. There were not too many mistakes, but it was pretty challenging to stay on track. Sometimes you can attack the curb, and other times it would cost incident point. Overall, it was more about racing against myself, staying focused and keeping a steady pace on the road course. I, I'm not a master, but as I said to Tony on the rating room, I like road, but I'm not a road racer. I don't want to say I'm a road racer, but I liked it.
Yeah, you could have fooled us out there, man. You put some work in out there. Got a nice solid lead at the stage and got a lead there again at the end. But it wasn't all clear sailing. You did have to get around the 10 of Ryan Chapman, man. You guys raced and raced and raced there for a long time, and finally the door opened and you were able to get by. Even third place, Polt even said something about how challenging this track is to push or to pass. Just talk to us about how challenging this track is. Is the shorter version more challenging than the longer version?
Yeah, because you don't have a lot of time to think, So first off, I really messed up my restart, and I was supposed to go on green. And while I managed to get going properly, I still lost the lead. That led to a big battle, and it was fun for sure. And I guess it was fun for you guys too on the broadcast. I had to quickly learn how to follow someone closely while figuring out the best spot to make a pass. As you said, it's the short version, so we need to to think where exactly you're gonna have to pass, because I was a bit faster, and but it's a very very hard to pass.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you did finally get it done and put on a show out there for sure. Um, I don't know. There's not much to say, man. 2 in a row. You're going for 3 in a row next week. Next week we head to Las Vegas, and you're going to go out there gambling on a win out there as well.
I would so. Yeah, I will. Las Vegas is a more typical track for that kind of race. I'll walk for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Richie, you want got some add?
Well, I was gonna go back to running behind Ryan there. You showed a lot of patience working with Ryan. Ryan was doing a lot of good covering, all the good passing zones, and I was saying on the broadcast that you were going to have to do it in an unconventional place like the carousel, and literally like 3 laps later, that's where you got the job done. How difficult was that pass in a section like that?
Yeah, I prefer having a lot of front grip on this kind of track, and especially when we have a lot of slow corners. But managing acceleration is crucial, at least for me. With that track temperature we had the last. Well, when I knew that I was able to attack on breaking point. As said, with my front grip, I was able to cut over, crossover. But I was like, okay, I need to just attack at few places just you know, to um, I would say to to get me in his head. You know what I mean? So
Yes, you were trying to get in his head, trying to make him think about you instead of thinking about where he was going.
yeah, I knew that I need to him to make mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
and one or two times he just opened the door, and I was like, okay, I will next time if even it happen again, and it happened. So
Absolutely. Well, you did a great job out there, man. You worked him over, finally got by him, took off, and ran and hid for sure. So we're looking for 3-peat. We'll look for 3 in a row, maybe next week at Vegas. We'll see if you can do it. But tonight, enjoy your win. I'm going to hand you the mic to let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
yeah, thanks. A special thanks to I don't see very often during a race, but for all the lab cars, thank you for this, the given space they gave. Um, to me at least, I have nothing to complain about. So thank you guys. It's fun. Thanks Transit. Thank you guys for the hard work. The field is almost full, so it means a lot. Thanks my co-chief. The setup was just awesome. So yeah, thank you guys.
All right. There's your winner tonight. Nicholas Moreau brings it home in first place once again this week, going for the three-peat at Vegas. But man, tonight, Richie, he put on a show. He got out front when it mattered, and he took off and ran and hid.
Yeah, he did everything he needed to do. He was nice and smooth, and like I said, he was the one that made the least amount of mistakes tonight, and he was able to pull off a win with that. But that doesn't mean that everybody behind him. I mean, their whole field, I think, did a great job tonight. This is one of the toughest tracks on the circuit, and I think everybody left pretty much unscathed. So congrats to the whole field on that one.
Yeah, but that's going to about do us here at Circuit of the Americas. We saw some great racing. Next week we'll be at Vegas next Wednesday at 9 p.m. And make sure to tune in Monday night as the Cup Series are going to take to the track for some racing action as well at 9 p.m. Here on Full Throttle TV. So for Richie Coy, my name's Bernie Hanna. Everybody at Full Throttle TV, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed CUDA, and we'll see you next week at Vegas.